From an entitled politician in a red Ferrari who thought he owned the road, and a student in Arkansas who juggled his way out of a DUI, to a suspect in Georgia who caused multiple accidents after running across the highway, and a police officer in Maryland who pulled over the literal Batmobile. Here are more police dashcam moments you wouldn't believe if not filmed.
They're going to have to hop the curb to get out here. 768, hop the curb, going eastbound through the lot.
It was August 8th of 2023. A loss prevention officer at Kohl's in Glendale, Wisconsin, spotted suspicious people filling up carts indiscriminately with merchandise without looking at sizes nor prices. According to the officer, the SUV these people arrived in was waiting outside with the engine running. It didn't take a master's degree to realize this was a grab-and-go robbery. Police arrived to spot 29-year-old Lil Cherry Galleon fleeing the store with over $2,300 worth of stolen merchandise in her cart. She loaded it into the SUV, driven by 27-year-old Robert Hill, and the pair tried speeding away. That's when their smash and grab turned into a demolition derby in the mall parking lot.
Hit my spot. Hit another spot. Stop now! Stop now!
Now let's see that one more time from the ramming officer's perspective. We'll continue the chase in their squad car until they accidentally take themselves out. Now let's hop back in our female officer's squad car to see what happens next.
Still in the bank lot, still in the bank lot. Going through the tellers here, back through the parking lot of Kohl's. They're gonna go back westbound, gonna come back out on the bank shore. So they're down passing the rotunda.
They did strike multiple squads with no truck.
1050 airbag deployment by Zoomies. 1050 airbag deployment. Someone check on that car. It's a black sedan. It's going to go southbound on Port in the wrong lanes of travel. Southbound in the wrong lanes.
Thankfully, our officers kept pace with Mr. Hill as he drove on the wrong side of the road. The SUV was rolling on 4 flat tires and extensive damage. It was only a matter of time before it failed on our would-be robbers.
Southbound, coming up to back in the wrong lanes of traffic here.
Right now, these are 450. We're going to go westbound on Hampton. Crashing.
Hill took off running, but was eventually subdued after a quick foot chase. As for Lil Cherry, she stayed behind with the goods and was arrested at the crash site. In the end, Robert pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Lil Cherry also pleaded guilty and received 1 year of probation. A third party was involved, but Glendale ultimately dropped the charges against them.
Northbound Bartley, I'm right on her. We're going about 25 miles an hour. No traffic, no pedestrians, roads are dry.
This was the moment a Wisconsin police officer saw her life flash before her eyes. It was July 17th of 2024, around 3:30 in the morning. Officers in Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, had just pulled over a vehicle for driving without visible plates. The driver, later identified as 25-year-old Jamequia Durr, was drunk as a skunk in the driver's seat. That explains why she couldn't follow basic commands and decided to run when more officers arrived.
The window all the way down. Stick your hands out of the window with your key in your hand. Open the door from the outside. From the outside. Turn the car off.
Our officer stayed on the suspect's tail while calling out directions to other squad cars in pursuit. Jamequia displayed no sign of stopping and showed little regard for public safety. Watch as she blasts down these narrow streets and blows through multiple red lights and stop signs.
They pulled over. No pedestrians. Speed 64. Roads are dry. We're going to be going north on Bartlett.
You can only run so many stop signs until your luck runs out. Jamequia learned that lesson the hard way at the intersection of Bellevue and Bartlett in Milwaukee, just as another officer tried to join the chase.
Northbound Bartlett, I'm right on her. We're going about 25 miles an hour. No traffic, no pedestrians, roads are dry. Crash. I'm gonna need fire. We're at Bartlett and Bellevue.
Dispatch copy, Bartlett and Bellevue.
Driver, stay in the vehicle! Are you okay? Are you okay? Talk to me. Just stay there. Stay in there, Kathleen. 150 just crashed with her. She's okay, she's breathing.
Show me your hands. Hold your hands up.
Police moved in and arrested Jamequia while others tended to Officer Kathleen. She was shaken up and terrified that she seriously hurt someone. Her fellow officers assured her that Jamequia is the one who ran the stop sign. On Google Maps, you can see where Jamequia ran the stop sign heading north on Bartlett while Officer Kathleen was coming east on Bellevue, where there was no sign. Thankfully, neither woman suffered any life-threatening injuries. They were treated at a local hospital, and Jamequia was arrested afterward for DUI. Police found multiple open liquor bottles in her car, suggesting she was actively drinking and driving when police pulled her over.
I've actually got some juggling props if you'd rather see that. Let's see it.
21-year-old Blake Puckett may have the best "this one time I got pulled over" story we've ever heard. It was March 6th of 2017. Police in Conway, Arkansas, a college town about 25 miles northwest of Little Rock, pulled behind Puckett's car near the University of Central Arkansas. He had a broken taillight and was driving under the posted limit, suggesting he may have been drunk. His vanity license plate, Juggler, also singled him out. But after talking to Puckett, police realized he wasn't drunk. They also learned that the college student by day turned into a magician at night. That's when Puckett offered to show them a few tricks. If he was drunk, would he be able to do this?
What's that in your pocket about? I think here? Yeah. It's gonna sound really weird. I'm a magician and it's a magic Would you be okay to do? You don't have to. I don't want you to feel pressure. I'll do some magic if you insist. Yes. This is. Is that juggler? Is that what? I'm also a juggler. That's true. Yeah. Let's see it. Come on. That's awesome. No pressure though. I want you to know you don't have to. Actually, God. This is gonna be awesome.
They just made your night.
You just made my night, man. I gotta tell you. I've actually got some juggling props if you'd rather see that. Let's see it, man. But whatever you feel that. Don't drop it. There's no case. Okay. All right. You have to get a picture of me juggling. All right. Is it going? It's going, man. Oh my goodness.
In the end, Puckett got off with a warning about the broken taillight. The encounter proved to be a blessing in disguise, as the video of him juggling for the cops went viral overnight. In the video, you can even hear him quip, "This is the new sobriety test in Conway."
Fucking believable. It just never fucking ends in this fucking job. I got 14 months. I can't wait to be done.
Sometimes, work can drive you insane. For Officer Matthew Spina of the New Haven, Connecticut Police Department, a traffic stop in 2020 pushed him beyond his boiling point. It was May 18th of 2020. Officer Spina was tailing behind a speeding vehicle, trying to obtain the driver's plate information. That's when a black car pulled onto the highway and the driver flipped Spina the middle finger. Angered by the blatant disrespect, our officer pulled the black car over instead. That's when anger got the best of him, and he went on a 5-minute, profanity-filled rant about how people should just mind their own business.
Hey, could I just ask you why you're riding their butt like that and speeding, man?
I'm running his license plate because everybody else is speeding. Why are you speeding?
I was only going 60.
Speed limit's 40.
50.
Signs.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Do
All right.
yourself a favor. Oh, give me the weed, too.
No, I have a...
Yeah.
I have a marijuana card.
Step out.
I have a card.
Step out.
All right, stop.
Front back. Anything sharp?
No, sir.
Where's the marijuana?
I have it in my car, but I have
Where's
a
the
weed
card?
card. I have a weed card.
6 feet apart. See, the blue car
Yeah, which one?
was tailing me.
Yeah.
while I was pacing a tractor-trailer looking for a motor vehicle violation because the governor's office has gotten multiple complaints on traffic stops.
I know.
Okay?
I know that.
So we're out doing our thing.
Okay.
He decides to pass me and f me off.
All right, Spino, I'm sorry.
All right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So who the f do you think you are worried about what I'm doing?
Okay. You're right.
I know I'm right, goddammit! I was following that kid for a reason, and if you hadn't done that fucking stupid stunt, I'd be with him right now. But no! You just couldn't leave it alone, could you? You had to be... You gotta be...
This traffic stop was the final straw for Officer Spina. He's only 14 months from retirement, and he makes sure the driver, Kevin Jetty, knows it.
Is it in the original dispensary container? No Turn around.
According to Kevin, he didn't know that Spina was a cop when he leaned out and flipped the bird. He thought he was just some guy driving recklessly. In the end, Officer Spina was put on administrative duties until he finally retired. The state police deputy commissioner said Spina's behavior was disturbing, but noted that the COVID-19 pandemic had put his troopers under extreme stress. Police officers put their lives on the line time and time again. For this officer in Atlanta, Georgia, he found himself playing real-life Frogger while chasing a suspect across I-85. It was November 20th of 2020. Our officer was out on patrol when he spotted a stolen SUV in the parking lot of a Chase bank. The driver must have been on edge because he took off when he saw our officer coming. Next, our suspect turns sharply onto the wrong side of the road. He's aiming for I-85, but must have popped a tire somewhere along the way. If you look closely, his front left tire appears to be flat. This forces him to slow down and puts our officer in a perfect position to pit. Out of options, the suspect takes off running. He leads police on a dangerous foot chase across the highway that almost ends in tragedy.
Hey! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Hey, get on the ground right now! Get him! Get him! All right, we're on foot on the highway! Shit! Watch it! Watch it! Get on the ground! Put your hands behind your back!
The suspect, who self-identified as Adalbert Robinson, was arrested and led back to waiting cop cars. That's when our officer turned his attention to the multi-car accident and went to check on other injured drivers. Look at the mess this selfish car thief caused while trying to run from the police.
Our right help is on the way. It's locked. Unlock the door. Unlock the door.
You all okay?
You all right?
Chest wall?
Sit back.
Okay. Here. Put your seatbelt on for a minute.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure that we're okay.
This officer deserves an award for putting other drivers ahead of himself. He probably hasn't realized how close he came to losing his life that day. He will once he watches his own body cam footage. In the meantime, he talks to Adalbert, who's high out of his mind, so high that he thinks aliens are after him.
You knew it was stolen. That's why you drove off when the officer got behind you. Do what?
Aliens have been chasing me for 5 years.
It's unclear what happened to Adalbert after his arrest, as there's not much available about him online. We assume he was charged with grand theft auto, fleeing, and causing all those accidents on I-85. If aliens ever did abduct this guy, they'd probably send him right back.
How are you? Good.
Lenny Robinson was a legend in Baltimore, Maryland. His mission was to teach terminally ill children to fight just like Batman fights. He'd always roll up in his custom Lamborghini, fitted to look like the Batmobile. Lenny was a local celebrity until March of 2012. Then, a traffic stop in Silver Spring, Maryland, made him an American icon.
I'm going to be 54 once I get this guy stopped. He's got no tags, but he's got Batman on it, and he's dressed like Batman. 29 at Prelude, and again, no tags. It's just got the Batman seal on the vehicle. It's a black Lamborghini and a driver dressed as Batman. So the kids like these? Yeah. Another one. So, okay, Batman. Okay.
Okay. How are you? Good.
Officers eventually ran Batman's information, and everything checked out. They learned he made all his money from a successful cleaning business he started in high school. The whole Batman thing came along when his eldest son got into superheroes. That's when Lenny bought the costume and the car and began doing charity work for kids. Our officers and Batman had a good laugh about the whole situation. They even posed for a few pictures together.
I reckon the Bat single has summoned him, and he's on his way. We're all 10-8. Yeah, want to take a picture of him? Hey, do you mind if we take a picture of you? Batman,
This video took the internet by storm. It helped take Lenny's charity, Superheroes for Kids, from a local nonprofit to a national icon. That's why news of Lenny's passing broke everyone's heart in 2015. 3 years after this video, Lenny lost his life tragically in a car accident on I-70 outside of Big Pool, Maryland.
Played for myself and 11 hours to front of Street Creek. Red shirt, white shirt, 2 barbells. Running towards Home Depot.
Teenagers make dumb decisions. This 18-year-old from Shenandoah, Texas, made the dumbest decision of his life when he and his buddies decided to rob a Home Depot. It was June 14th of 2017. Store employees spotted the 5-man crew loading roughly $5,000 worth of merchandise into a black Dodge Charger and a white Toyota. The employees called the police when they saw the robbery in progress. Some chased the thieves into the parking lot and stopped them from escaping. When the cops arrived, they watched the getaway cars smash into each other while 2 other suspects fled on foot. The cars parted ways, and the Charger took off through the parking lot. Our officer followed, leading to this short chase.
We got 2 pursuits going on. I'm chasing one northbound down Dave Memorial. Played for myself and 11 hours to front of Street Creek. Red shirt, white shirt, 2 barbells. Running towards Home Depot. 2810, I think he's trying to get out.
Okay, you're going to be at
Northbound.
Up there in northbound on 45, coming up from Heinz here.
Alien Victor X-ray 4968.
The suspects, 18-year-old Devontae Lee and 20-year-old Daryl Lee, eluded police on foot for a few more minutes. They eventually ran out of energy and were arrested off camera. Meanwhile, other officers chased the white Toyota down I-45. It turned off the highway and eluded police waiting on a different road. When they finally caught up, they found the car abandoned. The driver was nowhere in sight, and it's unclear if they could link the Toyota to a person of interest. There's a good chance both getaway cars were stolen for this exact reason. As of 2024, it doesn't seem like police in Shenandoah ever caught the other 3 Home Depot robbers. Meanwhile, Devontae and Daryl faced multiple felony charges, including aggravated assault against a public servant. Under Texas law, their short-lived crime spree could see them spend the rest of their lives in jail.
Turn around. You're under arrest for human smuggling.
On September 20th of 2024, a Texas state trooper pulled behind a lumber truck on I-35 in LaSalle County. He suspected the pickup of being a clone, or a car made to look like a commercial vehicle. These clones are popular among traffickers who use them to smuggle illegal immigrants between Mexico and other parts of Texas. He approached the driver, 19-year-old William Meza, who couldn't answer the most basic questions about his alleged employer.
Is this your truck?
No.
No? Whose truck is this?
It's the company truck.
What company do you work with?
I don't know, because I barely started, so this is like one of my first trips out of town.
Do you have anything illegal inside the vehicle?
Oh, no.
No, anything?
No.
Anything illegal inside the wood here?
No, sir.
Nothing at all? Okay.
Our Texas state trooper isn't dumb. He's seen this operation before and knows exactly what's hiding beneath all that lumber.
Turn around. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for human smuggling.
Police determined that the 5 people hiding in Williams' truck were illegal migrants from Mexico and Honduras. They were turned over to Border Patrol while William was taken into custody. He was charged with 5 counts of smuggling with the likelihood of serious bodily injury or death.
I'm sorry? Run the county. You run the county?
Flagler County Commissioner Joe Mullins allegedly thinks he's above the law. He's been pulled over twice for speeding in luxury cars on Florida highways. On June 19th of 2022, a Florida Highway Patrol officer clocked Mullins going 92 miles per hour in a bright red Ferrari. He pulled the county commissioner over, having no idea who he was. Listen to how calm and relaxed our officer is compared to how entitled Commissioner Mullins sounds.
Normally I get warnings, I get breaks, but it looks like you've been written a warning already, so I do issue the citation. 3 ways to explain your options. I don't want any miscommunications, so I just have to explain them, okay?
The warning our trooper mentions stems from another traffic stop earlier in June. That time, Mullins was stopped in a 2018 Mercedes-Benz SUV going 89 in a 60-mile-per-hour zone. A police report from the earlier incident listed Mullins as the county commissioner and described him as extremely condescending, belligerent, illogical, and disrespectful. During that stop, Mullins allegedly told the officer that arresting him would be a career-ending move. All this 20-year-old driver had to do was pull over, and his life would have been so much easier. He would have gotten in trouble for the guns and drugs in his car, but he would have avoided felony fleeing charges and a nasty car accident. The chase began on December 6th of 2023 near a Circle K gas station in Escambia County, Florida. A highway patrol officer pulled behind a red Nissan Altima at a stoplight and noticed its illegally tinted windows. The officer tried pulling the Nissan over, but our driver, Antoine Booker, had other ideas. That's likely because he had over 700 grams of marijuana in his car, an automatic handgun, and plenty of incriminating drug paraphernalia.
We got one running northbound.
What's across street? Tell us 1161 10-4. What's across street? We have description. Yes, 29.
218 up 26 and I'm monitoring and I heard the white powder out. 218 up 26 and I'm monitoring and I heard the white powder out.
It's hard to see in the clip, but Antoine tried throwing the drugs from his passenger window when he first started running. Officers returned to the Circle K station where they found a baggie containing a light-colored powdery substance. It tested positive for xylazine, a veterinary tranquilizer that criminals will put in opioids like fentanyl. Police also found over 700 grams of marijuana and a Glock 17 pistol modified to fire like a machine gun. Needless to say, Antoine was in boiling hot water. He was arrested and charged with aggravated fleeing, possession with intent to distribute, and possession of a machine gun. Police later learned that the Nissan was a rental, but Antoine wasn't the person who rented it. It's unclear who rented the car and if they have any relationship with this former drug dealer.